Hey guys, so I wanted to chat about the messy middle because so many people really get themselves stuck here when they're trying to eat intuitively and kind of break away from some food rules and some past diet behaviors. So, the messy middle essentially is this place, it's a weird place to be because you're trying so hard to listen to your body and let go of past behaviors, but you're holding on to a lot of things. So this can look like holding on to food rules, feeling like you're still thinking about food a lot, swinging between like under eating and overeating, and not really feeling so attuned with your body. And this can manifest in so many different ways. And I find this to be really troubling for people who have a past of either an eating disorder or being on and off diets for so many years. We can also kind of call the messy middle quasi recovery for those who are really familiar with that term. And the reason this can be so hard to break out of is because usually there are a lot of fears of what's going to happen if I truly let go of dieting and actually listen to my body. Now, when you have been dieting or having an eating disorder, it's very likely as well that your hunger and fullness cues are a bit skewed. So in my practice, I do find that a lot of women find that they're either starving all the time or they're just never getting hunger cues, or it swings between the two. And when we're having such extremes with our hunger and fullness cues, it makes it really hard for us to really trust that our cues are going to be able to regulate themselves, and we're not going to swing again, even with our weights, going from like, I'm going to be gaining a ton of weight or losing a ton of weight with intuitive eating. So this is where we just don't trust our bodies. And this is why I typically don't recommend just diving into intuitive eating, especially if there's a lot of complications with your hunger and fullness cues from your history. Now, there's a lot to unpack with this because, again, food struggles aren't necessarily just about the food. It's also about your body image, your relationship to exercise. And if we don't really address those things, intuitive eating is never really going to feel intuitive. Because if there's a lot of noise up here, a lot of diet noise, a lot of food noise, a lot of body image struggles, it's likely you're going to still hold on to the things that got you stuck in the first place. And this is why in my group coaching, we really spend time to work on unpacking those fears, unpacking those struggles, so that you are able to kind of make a more smoother transition into intuitive eating, so you can finally have the freedom and balance of food that you've always been wanting. But if we don't address those things, intuitive eating is not really going to have any meaning to it. And so if you do find yourself stuck in this place between, not really being able to fully trust your body, wanting to let go of some past diet behaviors, but you're not really sure where to start, my next group coaching is going to be starting August 19th, but we are enrolling people in now. Now, my Nourish to Thrive group coaching is a safe space where it's only going to be capped off of 8 women. So if you're looking for a more individualized route to intuitive eating and food freedom, and you want a more personalized approach to your nutrition, and you really want to feel like you can connect with other women when it comes to food struggles, body image struggles, exercise concerns, you would be the perfect fit for this. So if you have any questions, just shoot me a DM. I can definitely send you some more information to make sure that this would be the right fit for you. But if you are interested in applying, you can apply right here.
I am so grateful for you guys. I have to say, I look so forward to this call. I look forward to the updates, I don't want to say good and bad updates, but the wins, I mean, all of it. Like, it's really just been such a period of growth for me, and I have you guys to thank for this. Emily, your insight's been amazing. And also just like, I don't know. Yeah, like what Caitlin is saying is like, I don't know, my husband just like doesn't get a lot of the things I've experienced, and you all do. So that's huge.
I never felt like in a group that's like zero judgment at all. And I've done like a couple of other coachings with like groups, and I always started comparing myself and like not wanting to tell like my struggles because I felt like vulnerable. But here it's just like, I love it.
When I went grocery shopping a couple of weeks ago, like I had fun picking out like foods that I hadn't had in a long time or foods that I liked, whereas before it was like I liked going to the grocery store because I was like obsessively like looking at food labels and like what's the best, like the healthiest option. Thinking about small things like that, I can see like change in how I think about things.
I'm just really appreciative of this group. I feel really supported. As much as people in my life try to support me, I really think it's something that, like, if you've not gone through it or struggled in a similar way, you're probably not going to fully understand it. So I just feel like you guys are understanding and supportive, and I just really, really appreciate it. breaking food rules has probably been like my biggest help throughout all of this, because it's helping me like fuel more and eat more and give myself fuel throughout the day.
Before I joined this, I had listened to hours and hours of podcasts. I've read like the Bible on intuitive eating, all this. So I kind of felt like, okay, I know this stuff, like, but I wasn't able to like fully implement it. And so that's why I joined this group. And it really does take like the hard work. It does. And I can just see my like thinking changing and things are becoming automatic. And I think there's something too about like the accountability of knowing like, okay, we're meeting on Tuesday. Like I need to have watched the modules. I need to have done the things. And just, yeah, like hearing from all of you. So this has meant the world to me, truly. I have the best relationship with food I've ever had.